Hey and welcome to a new week. Today we are back in Monza and the AMG and it's awesome to be here again. As some of you might know, my very first video on this channel was about this current track combination. Meanwhile, many things changed, only the track remained the same. Monza is easy to learn once you realize that all you need to do is hit 4 braking zones to finish a good lap. It's also a great track to learn how to brake and decelerate your car at the limit. If you have struggles with this or want to learn a new car, I would always recommend you to load this track up and turn a few laps. But now let's take a look at the guide. The first hard braking zone is coming up. Use the 150 meter board for orientation and hit the brakes. You want to downshift fast at the beginning of the deceleration, but transition to a slower rhythm once you reach the third gear. The car got a bit tricky on the second and first gear after the last patch. If you downshift too early into them, your rear can snap. You want to always check your mirrors before you enter the braking zone. Sometimes it becomes hard to remember if you are in a race or in the middle of an Olympic diving competition. This braking zone is infamous for attacks. If you are in a fight or expect an attack, you should always move over to the inside line. You don't lose too much time in the chicane and force your opponent to the outside. This gives you an additional safety net, because if they are too ambitious and miss their braking point, they won't crash into you while you are turning in. The same applies for attacks. Whoever owns the inside line has the best chances to leave the chicane first. Attack the entry curb up to the track limits and carry your momentum into the chicane. Attack the exit curb as well up to the raised orange edge. The AMG is incredibly strong over curbs, you want to use this for your advantage. We are approaching the next hard braking zone. The bridge, orange marker and the 100 meter board help you to find your braking point. Attack the curbs again. But you have to be a bit careful with this one. I was a bit too aggressive here. If you hit the orange edge with your rear tires, it will throw your car around and in the worst case you can spin. Stay on the far left, use the orange marker on the right for orientation and tap the brakes before you reach it. You don't want to brake too much, just enough to hit the apex. Once the car is turning, you want to be early on the throttle again. And carry your speed onto the short straight. Avoid the green AstroTurf else you receive an incident point. Tap the brakes before the 50 meter board and like before, hit the apex, try to be early on the throttle and avoid the AstroTurf on the exit. Your markers for the next turn are the orange barrier on the right and the 100 meter board again. Coast into the corner and attack the curb. This is important to get a good exit. It gives you enough space to turn the car towards the exit and you can step on the throttle again. This is something many drivers don't realize, but the next straight starts right around here. You want to take the whole exit with full throttle to maximize your speed on the straight. Avoid the banana curbs on the way out, because they can end your race. The green AstroTurf on the left and the 100 meter board are your last markers. Give the brakes a hard hit before you transition into trail braking once you enter the turn to make the final adjustments. You want to hit a tight run along the curb and accelerate early to get into a good position for the first chicane. That's the whole lap. I hope you enjoyed the guide. The Cockpit Lap will come up next. If you are looking for more tips, don't hesitate and visit the Discord. We have a growing community of friendly people and a few databases with useful links for iRacing. It's worth checking out. I wish you all the best for the next week and see you next time.